ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थः ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविंद योगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशंकराचार्यमथास्य पद्म पादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरोन् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ओं परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातु अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृते इष्टिदानां समस्तसाधकानां भक्तानां समर्भकानां संस्थापकानां च समस्तबाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्ननिवारणद्वारा शक्ति साधना संपदा अनुकूलता सिद्धि द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री नासदीय सूक्तस्य पारायणं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकराचार्य भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। Let us chant Nasadiya Suktam. Asat is never there. Whatever we see is Asat. What is Sat only? Sat is the only reality, and that is the self alone. Develop that vision. That vision is developed through study of Shastra, through contemplation, through deep inquiry and meditation. If that is not done, then with the equipments born out of same Maya called mind intellect, we see the same Paramatma, the truth or the self or the Sat in the form of so many forms and names which appear to be the Sat. This is a very powerful, great suktam it is. Om Ath Shri Nasadeya Suktam. Om Nasadasinno Sadasit Tadanim Nasidrajo no Vyoma Paroyato Kimavariva Kuhakasya Sharmannamba Kimasid Gahananga Bhiram Na Mrutyurasi Damrutanna Tarhi Naratriya Ahna Asit Praketaha Anidavatam Sadayatadekam तस्माद्धान्यन्न परः किंचनास तम आसीत् तमसा गूढः नग्रे पकेत प्रकेतं सलिलं सर्वमा इदं तुच्छेनां वपीतं यदासीत् तपसस्तन्महिना जायतैकम् कामस्तदग्रे समवर्तताधि मनसोरेत प्रथमं यदासीत् सतो बन्धुः सति निरविन्दन् हृदि प्रतीप्या कवयो मनीषा तिरश्चीनो विततो रश्मिरेषा मदस्विदासीदुपरि स्विदासीत् रेतोदा आसन् महिमान आसन् स्वधा अवस्थात् प्रयति पुरस्तात् को अद्धा वेदक यः प्रवोचत् कुत आजाता कुत इयं विसृष्टिः अर्वाग्द्वा अस्य विसर्जनेनाथा को वेदयत आबभूव इयं विसृष्टिर्यत आबभूव यदि वा दधे यदि वा न यो अस्याध्यक्ष परमे व्योमन्सो अङ्गवेद यदि वा न वेद ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओम अथ श्री कृष्णे यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः येनिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ चतुर्थोऽनुवाकः यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कदाचनेति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मान्मनोमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरः पक्षः योग आत्मा महापुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः 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 Salutations to Parabrahma Paramatma Shruti Mata. Salutations to all our Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishi, Muni and Guru Devata. Salutations to Taittiriya Acharya Parampara of Vyasa Vaishampayana Yagnavalkya and our Bhashyakara Adya Shankara Guru. Salutations to all the Rishi Muni Guru who are blessing us. Some of us known to us, many don't know. In earlier lives they guided us. In now this life they are guiding, blessing us. In future also they guide us. Not only them, all others, Charachara Jiva Koti, everybody who is helping us in our evolution, our humble salutations to all of them. Our Gotra Parampara also, our own Swaguru. What's first required for human being is the activation of the intellect. As long as the intellect is not activated, the mind, body, senses, they dominate the life, they rule the life, they ruin the life. When the intellect becomes very, very activated, in that activated intellect, only one question has to be answered. What is that? What is to be gained? Once what is to be gained is clearly, convincingly understood. What is gained, what is obtained, whatever the words we use. Then, apart from that, other than that, anything else, how much ever it is appearing to be true or real or important or tempting, all of that should be known as not to be gained. That is what is the intellect's activation, intellect's maturity. We have to question to ourselves, did this intellect develop in us? Wherein what exactly to be gained, specifically we are pakka, we are clear. Unambiguously, crystal clearly, we have known what exactly to be gained or obtained as a Manushya or human being. Then, if this is to be gained, what about all else? All else, how much or they are attracting me, yet they are not to be worked by for me to gain. After this comes then the second level of again intellect's awakening. Again, this is also the job of intellect only. Ki, if I am certain about this is what I have to gain, then what are everything, whether you call them qualities, attitudes, understandings, practices, jo bhi kaho, whatever that are there, which are in line with, in coordination with what I have to gain. What are they? We have to list out. In other words, what I have to gain when I am confirmed, to gain that, what are the things that are required? They are mainly in the form of inner preparations only of our antakarana. Sort them out and then try to gain them. At the same time, what are the things when they are practiced? Then the main goal which I have decided, I am taken away from it. Even those things also we have to be very clear about, to guard against, to just keep them away. In this way, when the intellect is always in an active, alert mood of these things, then only we can really understand sadhana, do sadhana, and progress in our adhyatmika sadhana. So, all what we are doing through the study of Shastras from morning till evening is making our intellects activated. Not that it has become truly activated to the extent required. Thoda thoda. Like early morning, we feel like we have awakened, but we have not yet awakened. We are still in that stupor and slumber of sleepiness. So, to sleepiness of the intellect still is there. It has to be fully activated, fully dynamized. A dynamic, active intellect should be engaged in the question. Let it take time, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years. But this question has to be convincingly answered. What is that which is to be gained? Then in that all intelligence has to be used. That if that is gained, it should include everything is gained. If that is gained, nothing should remain to be gained. If that is gained, it should be such gain that it should not be lost. Is it not? So this is called a the gain, what it is. Then same questions rishis have asked after awakening their intellect. Before that, they awakened their intellect in making their lives comfortable by the outer achievements, like any scientist, any worldly person does. But when they found any gain was not complete or infinite, then they went into this question: what is actual the gain? Having gained which everything is gained, having known which everything is known, having obtained which everything obtained, having reached where everything is reached. You know that? In that inquiry only they discovered this Parabrahma Tattva. Something. They have not known it as Parabrahma, neither named nor its qualities are established, but they just slowly, with that sharpened intellect, subtle intellect, through inquiry, with that awakened intellect, they just came to these understandings that that must be something which is substratum of all these things. If that is a substratum of all, that can be seen only when we transcend the seen. So this is how they inquired. Then, Where is the seer and seen is happening? When they inquired, they found that that is happening inside the heart only. Then in that also, who is dependent, who is independent? When they inquired, the seen is dependent, the seer is the independent, they understood. Then when they slowly dropped the seen, seer also slowly disappeared. And then that self which is beyond seer and the seen, the true self was recognized. When they discovered that, everything got discovered. When they found that, everything was found. When they obtained that, everything is obtained. Then they just decoded or they have written all the Shastras as for what the way they did this research and how they reached that. Then the bulk of all their papers have become our eternal great Shastras. Therefore, Shastras indicate to us that truth, that self, that reality, having gained, which everything remains gained. Very essential. If this thought is very strong, then only we go for trying for that. We try to gain that. Having gained which, still if something remains to be gained or it is incomplete, then the inspiration is not so much. Therefore, once this is obtained, everything is obtained. Therefore, this is the worthy thing to be obtained. And unless our intellect is awakened to this state, all our resources, efforts, we don't employ only to know this truth. If this is not done, still again we walk for some distance the path, again something else distracts us, we go away from the mark, again some inspiration will come. In that way, our journey would be with lot of hindrances and obstacles. Sometimes we may totally stop walking also on spiritual path. So what is that which inspires us on Adhyatmika Marga is this only. If this is gained, everything is gained. If this is not gained, other than this anything is gained, nothing is gained because that thing is not at all real. See, not? If these thoughts are not again and again contemplated and understood, still prompted by our own earlier habits or vasanas, again we try to gain only those things which are certain to be lost. Once lost, again back to square one, back to disappointment, back to again search out, back to again desire. What else now I should experiment to gain now? I should struggle to gain. And with all the struggles, again we gain that. Again it appears to be unreal, not permanent. Again it goes away. Then again same thing. Ki what else now I have to try? In this way, this is called samsara. All that is again because the projections of the mind, misguidance of others, that these are the things, they are real, they can be gained, they should be gained. When they are gained, then you will be happy, you will be peaceful. These are all the illusions of the mind. Therefore, neither the mind nor anybody can be our authority to tell what is to be gained. What remains, therefore, is only our Sadguru and Satshastra. That is why we are under the feet of the Gurus or Guru Parampara studying the Shastras. Though it is taking time, it may take much, much more time, let it take, but we are studying Shastra only certainly to know exactly when one thing gained, everything is gained. Nothing remains to be gained. Then there is no need of any struggle, we can absolutely relax. So, we are seeing every hour of the Upanishad indicating to us that only. More specifically, this present Upanishad has told us the Taittiriya very clearly. Yo Veda Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Yo Veda Nitam Guhayam Parame Vyomana, Saha Ashnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipashita iti. यो वेद नीतं गुहायां परमे व्योमन सोष्णुते सर्वान् कामान सह brahmana. If this sentence has not fully inspired us, then if this sentence is not deeply understood, then we will not have the deep inspiration required only to pursue this truth, the self-exclusive. You can imagine, in all those old movies and all, about that diamond or about some particular thing, so much its glory importance is said that everybody wants to achieve it. The treasure. In that struggle of that treasure is obtained by one who works harder than others. Equally is this great divine treasure. Equally means most valuable divine is this treasure of inner sadvastu. But in the obtaining of it, there is no competition. There is no other people to involve. Each one finds it in his own themselves. But are we inspired for that? Then only the next questions come. That if you are inspired, are you ready to do all that is to be done? Are we ready to give up or sacrifice all that is must to be given up? If this picture is not clear, our spiritual sadhana also is vague only. Therefore, जर्नी इज वेग है तो पहुंचना भी उतना ही संदिग्ध है. That is why awaken the intellect, then make it inquire as to what is the ultimate to be gained, then everything other than that is not to be gained. Then to gain this, what are the things to be required as resources or means, obtain them. Whatever that are obstructions to that, abstain from them. This is how our intellect has to become fully, completely equipped with all this data information and alert to use this data all the time. He is called as full-fledged sadhaka. We all have to aim at that. A full-fledged sadhaka with pakka conviction about the Parabrahma alone as the goal and the external, internal sadhanas are the means. Other than the sadhana, everything else has got eliminated from his heart. Just like this 1 hour. Other than listening to Upanishad, everything else is eliminated from our heart. Is it not? Other than nothing is there. Same way, entire day, other than pursuing spiritual sadhana, nothing else should remain in our heart. Forget about working for, even cognizing, even to cognize also, nothing should be there. Such exclusive sadhaka alone can do the required sadhanas and reach out. This person is called as Sampragnata Samadhi crossed Viveka Khyati leveled person. That is very clear what he has to achieve and what is not required to be given up. Sattva Purusha. अन्यथा क्या थे हो गया? I am not interested in the sattva or the antakarana or its vrittis. I am interested in Purusha. Such level is the level of the sadhaka which we have to find in us. We have to recognize that, we have to create that sort of sadhaka in us. Today's our sadhaka is what? A tentative one, a vague one. एक संशयग्रस्त है, श्रद्धा रहित है, परिश्रम रहित है. Let's say Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna, Purvaka, not an ordinary sutra it is. That sutra, though said in Yoga Darshanam, it is applicable in any other spiritual paths, even this Vedanta Marga. So from this personality, we have to reach to that personality. Just imagine how the great masters like Puja Gurudeva or Vivekananda ji, when they reached their gurus, to know the truth, what sort of personality they had at that time. That we also have to aim at in ourselves, consciously. For that only all these Shastra Shravanam, Subhasa Shamtaka, we are going on doing. And by the grace of God, by the grace of Gurus and Rishis, if we can really develop that thing, then we are better, we are safer. That we are securely can say that we are on the path and we can travel also relaxed way. When we go through very difficult paths in our journey, there is always fear. गुफा से जा रहे हैं या जंगल से जा रहे हैं या देर रात में जा रहे हैं या वो जगह से जहाँ डेकॉइट्स होते हैं. When we are going through that, there is always fear. But when all of them are crossed, when we know that we are in the safest path, then there is joy, there is a ease in our sadhana. In the same way, with these convictions, we can be at ease in sadhana. Else, we'll always be tensed and worried, etc. about everything. It takes even some decades, even to ascertain that Parabrahma Paramatma is my goal. है ना? ये है पूरा हमको today's introduction में. Now in this process only we took up study of Upanishads. We are in this Taittiriya after Ishakena Kada Prashna Mundamandukya. It's all Guru Ishvara Krupa. In studying, again, their Krupa only, they will mature us. We can try to increase our efforts, our sincerities. That is what always in our hands, which we really have to do. We can never study Shastra, understand, do sadhana, and experience it without the grace of God and Guru Parampara. But what invokes their grace is our own readiness, willingness, efforts in whatever our capacity are. उसको हम करते जाएं तो कृपा आएगा. We can really see change in us, in our understandings and sadhanas. So in that parampara, Taittiriya Upanishad came. Shiksha Valli, such a beautiful Valli we studied. We are into the second Brahmananda Valli. In this Brahmananda Valli, as the title goes, this Valli is aimed at giving us the Shashvata Brahma Ananda. Brahmananda is the Ananda of Brahman or Ananda in me experience because I discover myself to the Brahman. So that beautifully the Shruti Mata in the Brahmananda Valli started saying first only the great Vakya. Brahma Vida Apnoti Param, which we have discussed in the introduction 5 minutes today. Knower of Brahman obtains ultimate, and ultimate is Brahman only. Knower of Brahman obtains Brahman. Then for that there is a quotation also. That in quotation is so beautiful that it describes the Brahman. It also tells us the placement of that Brahman. It also tells us the falashruti of also obtaining that Brahman. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yavedanitam Gohayam Parame Vyoman Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Sa Brahmana Vipashita. Iti. Okay, then to reach to that, from the scratch it started. Acha, you want me to tell the thing from the beginning? Okay, I will tell you. What is the beginning here? Tasmadva etasmad atmanaha akasha sambhutaha akashat vayoho agnihi agnirapaha advya prithvi prithivya oshadayaha oshadibhya annam. Up to this we all know. So from here onwards, to reach to that core of our real personality or the self, what are the koshas or the layers or the sheets with identifying with which whom we are not able to recognize our essential self, they are taken up for analysis one by one. So understanding the sheath, understanding and accepting as not self, then dropping it. Then going to the next sheath, as the Atma it is taken, it is understood, then it is found also to be not the Atma, and that also is dropped. In this way, a true serious sincere seeker in the second Brahmananda Valli is given this guidance of inquiry, understanding to traverse from one grosser layer to the subtler and subtler, then go beyond all the layers or the sheaths or the obstacles or the upadhis or the koshas to reach that which is in the core. This is a long process. Long means where do we stand depending on that it is there. Again, for all these questions, answer today we are going to see in a Yoga Darshana Shastra, which is useful to everyone. The summary of that is what? As intense we are in our sadhana, so sure and quickly will be our siddhi. As very vague and doubtful we are in sadhana, so delayed and far away will be the goal to be reached of the self or the Brahman, which is beyond all these pancha kosha. So, how much the clarity of understanding we got, that is one question. How much of a practice we are truly doing with willingness to rise above each of the kosha. Is it not? Itna sunne ke baavajud bhi, like Dhritarashtra, if we still have affinity with the Annamaya kosha and the bhoga with the Annamaya kosha, then we will be stagnant here only as long as that is loosened or dropped. Technically called as till that moha and vyamoha is dropped, we can never go to the higher. So to go to the higher, we have to drop the lower. I must leave the higher level of life. With that only I can drop the lower level. And the lowest level is living at the Deha level and taking this entire world and things being as real and pursuing them only as if they are going to give that expected continuous eternal happiness. So, gurus keep on teaching us and they move ahead. It is you and I as disciples have to pause and see that whatever Guru said is thoroughly understood and more than even understanding, thoroughly really practiced. All disciples disappoint the Guru only in this one level of non practice or insincere practice or half hearted practice or the half practice are living in between. Anyone who really satisfies the Guru in the practice to be done, then Guru Ishvara Kripa se, then practice leads to perfection or the result. So each of the kosha take every day for analysis. It should become so natural to us to be very clear in the understanding about each of the kosha, and we are able to detach from the grosser ones, and we are able to reach to our subtlest core at our own will and choice at any given time. दैट इज अवर गोल. देखो ये 5 कोश मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ, मेरे लिए कोई कुछ कर्म करना है तो अगर नहीं है तो ये 5 कोश मैं साइड पे रख कर मैं अपने स्वरूप में हूँ. You understood? As the great masters like Gurudev, they live like that. They, at their own choice and free will, take the 5 koshas and use them for any work. At their own will, they can just keep them away and go back into the establishment of self. As easily as we go to kitchen, take all the utensils, serve the food, eat the food, wash utensils, and keep back them in the respective shelves. In the same way, they can do. This is our goal. This is what we have to do. What is the position right now? Right now, position is fully identified with these koshas and becoming a slave to them only. What is the meaning of slavery? Entire time, entire mind, entire energy is given only in the management of them, maintenance of them, propitiation of them, finding the comforts and sukha for them. Whole life's efforts are only for that. And those who have not yet started even little of sadhana, for them though, the life is only at the dehoham annamaya kosha level. Other than that, they have no other thought throughout the day, throughout the life. Everybody's journey starts like that. We were also like that. Hopefully, we have become a little better. If we have not become better, we have to. Becoming better is living life at the higher koshas level. So, this Upanishad guiding us in this regard. How much understanding we have, conviction we have, efforts we are putting to transcend each of these Stula, the kosha, that determines how quickly we transcend them to reach the Bhagavan. Now, सब अपने हाथ में है. Though Krupa is there, but our choice, our effort also. So the Manomaya Kosha is seen by us. Vijnanamaya Kosha also last couple of days we are trying to understand or digest. First, the Vijnanamaya Kosha is explained. Then these Vijnanamaya Koshas, 5 limbs are explained. Then this Vijnanamaya Kosha is to be the said to be the Antaratama Atma to the Manomaya. Therefore, this is more real and this is more real me than the Manomaya. This is what we have to reach to. Then, for substantiating the presence of Vijnanamaya Kosha, there is a quotation from the Rigveda mantra that is explained. Then, after that, this is what with which the entire Manomaya is completely filled. Having said so, by that time we get convinced and becoming comforted that thank God I am not Mano, I am the Vijnana. By the time one comes to settle there, suddenly again the whistle bajti hai. Again the shouting comes. Even this Vijnanamaya is not the Atma. Behind that, beyond that, there is another one. So this is how this Upanishad is guiding the true, serious, sincere seekers. So In this fourth Anuvaka of the Brahmananda Valli, Yato Vacho Nivartante Abrapya Manasa Saha is only a sentence of saying the presence of Manomaya Kosha. Then Anandam Brahmano Vidwan Nabhivedi Kadachaneti is the sadhana is the result of the sadhana of taking the Manomaya Kosha is Brahma Vastu. Like every Kosha, when you do the Upasana that it is Brahma, we are given the benefits. Here also Manomaya as Brahma is resulting in giving us Ananda, fearlessness, Nabhivedi Kadachana. So, by saying so, what is indicated subtly is the Manomaya Kosha, when it is not offered to the divine, instead of having Ananda, it will have Dukkha. Instead of the Bhaya Rahitya Nirbhayata, it will have Bhaya. Therefore, Dukkha and Bhaya are the Lakshana of the untrained mind. That is called Bandhana. But if this mind is tuned to the Brahman, or if the mind is identified with the Brahman, or if the mind Tattva is nothing but the Brahman, if this Abhyasa is done, the Dukkha gets converted into the Ananda, then Bhaya goes back, goes away, and Bhaya Rahitya, fearlessness regarding everything will come. With Manomaya Kosha is done the Upasana of it is the Brahman only. Means it is not mine, it is a part of the Brahman only. That way, when the Upasana is done. Detaching and offering it to Brahma Tattva. That gives the Ananda and Bhairahit. Because Dukkha and Bhaya are in the mind, and that mind which is away from Paramatma, and that is owned or identified by us. I am owning or identifying with the mind, and that mind is separate from Paramatma. That mind only does every gaflat of raga dveshadi. Therefore, it creates dukkha as well as bhaya. But when the mind is this, no, Anandam Brahmano Vidwan, the one who knows the Manomaya to be Parabrahma is in Purana Bhasha, in the Bhakti Bhasha, offering the mind to the Lord. When the mind is offered to the Lord, all the moods of the mind are offered to the Lord. Only two moods of the mind, which are basic ones, are the troubling ones. They are the mood of fear, the other is mood of misery. So Bhaya and Dukkha. Dukkha as long as we are alive, Bhaya what will happen when I die. And fear of unknown, then misery of what is around. Is it not? These two go away because they are in the mind. Mind is offered to the Lord in devotion. Same in Vedanta also. This mana is neither owned nor used. It is only said to be the expression of Brahma. Thus, more than that, it is not touched on. Like somebody, very, very important person, his objects. What do you say? ये उनका है. बस उसको टच भी नहीं करते. ये उनका है चुना मत. Is it not? ये मन भगवान का है चुना मत. The moment you stop लगा चुना मन चुना लगाना बंद कर देगा. This is a trick we have to play with the mind to get rid of mind. Is it not? मनोमय कोश को क्या लेना है? हमको तो आत्मा पकड़ना है ना. तो पकड़ो आत्मा है तो मन को छोड़ना है. मन को छोड़ो क्या ब्रह्म का है दे दो. So simple it is. The Brahma Tattva only in the form of mind expressing to do Sankalpa Vikalpa of doing this or that. More than that, why value it? In this world, anything can be valued at the highest level. Even a small wound also, or a useless person also, an animal also. You can value it as if that alone is everything. You can devalue the bigger than the biggest thing also as nothing. है ना? हाँ, चीफ मिनिस्टर क्या है? सेलेक्ट हुए, काम कर रहा है. प्राइम मिनिस्टर तो क्या? हाँ, कर रहे हैं. बहुत लोग हैं ऐसे. दुनिया में चलते रहते. हाँ, पूरा ब्रह्मांड ऐसे ब्रह्मांड like the waves in the ocean. How many times by Lord's Maya Shakti they came and went away? See? Smaller than the smallest thing, we can make it as big, micro ko macro. So bigger than the biggest also, we can just say small and drop. That capacity is there in us. That's what we do. भगवान को गुरुओं को भी ऐसे कड़ी पत्ते की तरह निकाल के फेंक देते हैं मिर्ची की तरह दाल सब्जी में. So same thing we have to do with our koshas. There's nothing to be serious about them. They are there in the Prakriti, in the Maya, for their own respective functioning. What is the functioning of each kosha? We are already seeing. करने दो उसको, उससे मुझे क्या लेना देना. Then Gambhirata. In that Gambhirata is there is detachment. Everywhere you can become sentimental and get attached and suffer. Everywhere by doing the due and getting detached, you can relax. Like a farmer. So tensed up right from the time of rains and sowing the seed till the cutouti harvesting. Tension. Other fellow, plowing the land, put the seeds, then the plants are coming, water is offered, the fertilizers are offered, pesticides are offered. वो हाथ को आया है पूरा फसल काट दिया बेच दिया. What is there to be about? Both ways. Here also, we should learn the art of devaluing by taking these koshas lightly. One of the technique is offering them to be Brahman or giving them to the Brahman in the Bhakti Marga or knowing them to be expression of Paramatma. Therefore, I need not own them. I did not get identify with them. I need not use it for any of the works of my choice, etc. These are the very sublime things which happen when we study these portions very subtly. So that is what is the Anandam Brahmano Vidvat Naviveti Kadachaneti. Then tasmadva tasmat manomayat anyaha antara atma vijnanamaya tenesha purnaha savaesha purushavidaha अन्वय पुरुषवेदाम तस्य पुरुषवेदाम अन्वय पुरुषविदः. All that we have seen. Then we have understood the Vijnanamaya Kosha to be that state of our Antakarana, where the Jnanam of the Shastra is thoroughly and ambiguously, Nishchaya Purvakena, it is there. And in that Vijnanamaya Kosha alone is Karta, using that Jnana, does the karma. Therefore, this Vijnanamaya Kosha Karta is supposed to have the Vijnana of the Veda, and according to that only he should do both the Yajnas, karmas as Yajna. One are the Dravya Yajna, another are the Jnana Yajna. This is what we have exhaustively seen to be repeatedly said to ourselves, so that we start living life only like this. शास्त्र को खोला, उसमें देखा जीवन निर्वाह के लिए कैसे जीना है, वो करने को द्रव्य यज्ञ कहते हैं. शास्त्र को खोला, उसमें पढ़ा तो मुक्ति क्या है, आत्मस्वरूप में है, उसके लिए क्या करना, वो कहते हैं ज्ञान यज्ञ करो, ज्ञान यज्ञ करना. इन दीज टू ओनली वी हैव टू. एनीथिंग अदर देन दीज टू इज माया, मिथ्या, प्रोजेक्शन. If we can really come to this level of conviction, do only this, we have gained the purity. This is the purity of the heart. A pure heart is it which seeks only the Lord, nothing other than Him. And to survive, what is required, that much. Any impure heart forgets the goal as the Lord also and takes the world as a goal, and to reach to that goal as world, every nonsense it does. That impure heart, technically impurity. And more technically, the impurity is because of the tamoguna concealing from us the knowledge that the self is to be gained for moksha, followed by which the rajoguna projecting the non-existing non-self and tempting us towards that. These two are called as the impurities. That is how from the guna drushti, the rajas and tamas becomes impurities, sattva guna becomes purity. From the explanation standpoint, when Paramatma alone is the goal and we are doing sadhana only to reach Him, we are in the Shuddha Sattva Guna of the Antakarana. When anything other than Paramatma is seen, that is a projection, and desired, then we are in impure mind. We are going towards it. Therefore, Vijnanamaya Kosha's role that way is very, very powerful. That it should study the Shastra and ascertain for itself what is to be obtained and what to do for that. That's what we started in our today's introduction also in the beginning. Pehle buddhi ko awaken karo. Is it not? That's what we spoke today. But buddhi means Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay, so up to this we saw. Then we also have seen this Vijnanamaya Kosha in its nascent pure form is also like Purushavidaha, and that is like a Bhakshi, and that has got 5 limbs. Shiraha, Uttara Dakshina Vakshaha, Uttara Vakshaha, Atma and Pucham. Yesterday we saw up to the three very, very important things. What are the three? First, for this Vijnanamaya Purusha Pakshi, Shiraha is Shraddha. Tasya Shraddhaiva Shiraha. So it is very, very crystal clear. We should never have ambiguity in the understanding these things. Okay, what is that? First, with Shraddha, go to the Guru, through the Guru to the Shastra. Then discover what is to be done there. Understanding. After understanding, then have the Shraddha to do them. So, pehla, blind Shraddha for Guru and God. Second, the knowledge given there by them on that Shraddha. That also blind, but not like earlier blind that we were not having any authority. Right now we have the authority of the Guru and the Shastra. Still, why it is blind and Shraddha? Because we have not yet experienced it. To experience it, we have to do sadhana. To do the sadhana, which will later on give the result or experience, what is that which prompts us? That is called Shraddha only. But this Shraddha is born out of our knowledge of the Shastra as told by the Guru. Then how did we study the Shastra and went to Guru? Earlier Shraddha. How that was born? Because we have seen others, we have gone to those gurus, learned from them the Shastra, they started read sadhana and they reached out. Therefore, Mahajanoyena Gatasya Pantaha, so people have gone through that system and they got realized, or somebody else told us. Therefore, with that initial blind faith, we go. So, that first step we have reached, initial blind faith of coming to the Guru and the Shastra. Second is what? We are understanding now the Shastras. In that now the goal is Parabrahma is indicated. हमको कुछ पता नहीं, हम सिर्फ सुन रहे हैं, हमने देखा नहीं. Sadhana is told to be the Panchakosha Viveka and go beyond. ये भी हमको नहीं पता, हम सुन रहे हैं बस. But इसके ऊपर हमको श्रद्धा होना है. That Shraddha is called as Shira for the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which alone is the cause be attained in Kartavyeshu Artheshu. That was the most important thing explained to explain Shraddha and why therefore Shraddha is given the head position. Nishchaya Vijnanaga, what is the sentence? Nishchaya Vijnanavataha hi Kartavyeshu Artheshu Purvam Shraddha Utpadyate. It is like this. To start anything, we need to have Shraddha. To continue anything, we need to have Shraddha till we reach to the final point. What sustains us in that path is Shraddha. And this Shraddha comes to whom? Nishchaya Vijnana Vatahi. Toward that Kartavyeshu Artheshu. And this Nishchaya Vijnana is what? There are two things. One is Vijnanam, as we gain from the Guru and Shastra. Second is Nishchaya Vijnanam. What is the Nishchayata here? Ki this is perfect, this is correct. On what strength you are doing it? Only on the faith of the Shastra and Guru. That is the Nishchaya. Final Nishchaya to Anubhava mein hi hoga, please. Before the Anubhava, the final Nishchaya cannot be. But to come to Anubhava, you have to do something. But to do something, certainly, Pakka, you should have that Nishchaya. This Nishchaya is called Shraddha on the Guru and Shastra. Therefore, go and study the Shastra, that is Vijnanavataha. Then have the faith in that Shastra called as Nishchaya Vijnanavataha. Such Nishchaya Vijnavan alone has that type of faith with which he will be involving in Kartavyeshu Artheshu. Kartavya means to reach to that goal which is Nishchita. By the study of Shastra, we follow the sadhana again, which is indicated by the same Shastra. Like first I go to the doctor, which somebody told me a very good doctor. Then he diagnosed and told all the symptoms and he related, he explained to us. Then he said, for this disease, this is the medicine. So it is over. He told us now, medication, unka kaam gaya. But medicine we have not taken, disease has not gone away. Now what is this position now? Vignan to ho gaya. What is that? Ki ye disease hai, iske liye ye medicine hai. Nishchay Vignan kya hua? Such a good great doctor told, therefore this must be definitely the treatment for this disease. But this should lead to what? Next one? Shraddha. What that Shraddha should be? Therefore, the medication given to the doctor, I'll practice. And with that Shraddha only, really we take the medicine. Although, when we start taking medicine, the disease starts going away, getting reduced day by day. Exactly in our sadhana also. And that is done by the Vijnanamaya Kosha. The Manomaya, Pranamaya, Annamaya are only the Vijnanamaya Kosha's tools. They are only his instruments only. The Karta Sadhaka is only in Vijnanamaya Kosha. So, निश्चय विज्ञानवत ही कर्तव्येषु अर्थेषु कर्म से पहले पूर्वम श्रद्धा हो जाए थे. First one. Second one is what? Sa. That Shraddha सर्व कर्तव्यानाम प्राथम्यात. है ना? एनी कर्तव्य कर्म करने के लिए उसके ऊपर श्रद्धा फर्स्ट होना चाहिए. इन अदर वर्ड्स, जिस काम पे हमको श्रद्धा होता है, वो अच्छा हो या बुरा हो, हम उसको कर्तव्य के रूप में करते हैं. Is it not? The Shraddha for a smoker makes him do the smoking like a kartavya. Shraddha for a puja karne wala makes him do the agarbatti lighting as if it's a kartavya. दोनों कर्तव्य के रूप में कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि दोनों को श्रद्धा है. बट किधर है श्रद्धा? इनको इसमें है, उनको उसमें. सा श्रद्धा एव सर्व कर्तव्यानां प्राथम्यात्. This we have to understand. Therefore, why we are not doing the real kartavyas or as kartavyas? Why we are not doing the kartavyas? Because in them the shraddha is not there in us. Why shraddha is not there? निश्चय विज्ञान नहीं है. What is meaning of निश्चय विज्ञान नहीं होना? विज्ञान भी नहीं है and authority भी नहीं है. Like what my father told is vijnana. My father is authority. Then together is what? Nishchaya vijnanavata. Then I do what he says with shraddha, with a kartavya buddhi. And then that gives the result. Okay, everywhere this is what happens. But it should not happen everywhere. Our Nishchaya Vijnana should be based only on Shastra and Sadguru, because we are spiritual seekers. In the medical front, you go to the doctor, because he is the one who can correctly guide me regarding medication. You can't go and ask for a medication anybody, no? For a legal opinion, you go to him only. Is it not? Both of them. The law as well as the law explaining lawyer, whoever is there. Here also, the moksha vidya, moksha paneka paddhati. Who can tell us? Only the guru who has already reached it. And he has followed the shastra taught to him by his guru. We also do the same. So our shraddha should be in our kartavya of what is said in shastra. For that we have to have the nishchaya vijnana. The vijnana is given by the guru. Nishchaya we have to make, because my guru never speaks wrong or lie. He is not an enemy to me. He is the most dearest well-wisher. Therefore what he says is to be followed. This is called shraddha. So first shraddha takes me to guru and shastra. After understanding from them, second shraddha. Based on that understanding, not practiced yet, based on the understanding with the shraddha and authority, create shraddha in me in doing that thing as kartavya. When I do it as kartavya, I am doing it very well. And when I do it very well, the result will come. That is why shraddhavan lavade jnanam. The opposite of it is what? Samshayatma vinashyati. Same thing said in the second chapter is what? Nishchayatmika buddhi eka iha kurunandana. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि एकेह कुरुनंदन बहुशाखा हि अनंदाश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम्. Then the explanation. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipashchitah. But all this, it's just an intuitive thing. All this is a very clicking in the heart. That he is my guru, it is final. What he is teaching is Shastra, that Shastra is final. And in that, Brahma is said to be the goal, that is final. That is achieved through the crossing of Panchakoshas, that is final. And each of the koshas are crossed this way. This is final. This is what I will do. This is the only thing I will do. Other than this, nothing I am interested in. This sort of pure, straightforward, systematic heart. is great, great blessings. This is what we have to seek with our efforts by regular study and through the prayers. Just imagine a person, morning se raat tak, systematic is his day. Time of getting up, bath and having breakfast, going to the office, doing the work, attending obligations, social, coming in the evening, right time eating and sleeping. He's a master of his life, na? In the same way, we have to be master of our spiritual life. How? By this Vijnanamaya Kosha, never misused, but properly used and fully used. How? Go to the Guru, listen from him Shastra, make Paramatma as the goal, and understand the sadhana, keep walking on that. Khatam baat. It is as simple as that. Anything other than that is nonsense. Anything other than is binding. Because nobody can tell us what is the goal and means better than Shastra. Nobody can explain to us Shastra better than Guru. So Guru and Shastra have told who can be greater than the Guru in the world, who can show us the Mukti Marga, which literature or whose words are greater than that of the Shruti Mata. That is called Shraddha. That is called pure Shraddha. We have not done anything, we have not reached the goal. But to reach the goal, we have to do sadhana. For that, what is required is Shraddha. That Shraddha we are discussing here. श्री निश्चय विज्ञानवान को श्रद्धा होना चाहिए, है ना? श्रद्धा क्या है? जो विज्ञान मिला है उसके प्रति निश्चय कि मैं ये करूंगा, रिजल्ट आएगा. निश्चय विज्ञानवत ही कर्तव्येषु अर्थेषु पूर्वं श्रद्धा उत्पद्यते. सा सर्वकर्तव्यानां प्राथम्यात् शिर इव शिरः. We have seen it. Therefore, only one prayer throughout life we have to do. Ki my Shraddha, O Lord, in these 5 things should develop, grow day by day, should not have even hairline crack also, hairline crack. Shraddha in Paramatma, Shraddha in Shastra, Shraddha in Guru, Shraddha in Sadhana, Shraddha in our own selves. The Panchavati Vriksha. These are the Panchavata Vrikshas, 5 Shraddhas. We have to be praying for. So, Shiraha has become Shraddha of this Vijnanamaya Kosha. Earlier what we thought, those who are ignorant, they will be having Shraddha. Now we understand, those who have studied Shastra, they should have strong Shraddha for practicing what is said to reach. Shastra Adhyena Purva Shraddha takes us for Shastra Adhyena. Shastra Adhyena Uttara Shraddha makes us do this sadhana. Here Adhyatma Shastra, Laksha is moksha. In other places, other Shastras, the Laksha is the outer things of the world. There also, Shraddha takes you to medical college. The study of the medicine gives you Shraddha in your profession of doing the treatments to patients for their own health and safety and for your own survival. Is it not? Shraddha, an interesting quality, important than anything in the world. In Bhakti Shastra, Shraddha, next Sharanagati, then Bhagavatanamoti. In Vedanta Shastra, Shraddha, next meditation, then realization of the self. Itna hi. That Shraddha in Bhagavata class is called as Ashrayam, the 12th skandha. Ashraya is bigger word. In that Shraddha आ जाता है, भक्ति आ जाता है, शरणागति आ जाता है, इनों का practice भी आ जाता है. Ashraya is a big word containing all this. So he is my Ashraya. Therefore, whatever I want, I ask him only. Whatever he tells me to do, I do that only. Whatever he gives me, I take it as his prasada. I make him as my own. I make him only as my goal. ये सब मिलकर आश्रय कहते हैं. उसमें एक अंग है ये अद्भुत लक्षण श्रद्धा. श्रद्धा एव शिरः. Then the Shraddha should not be blind. It has to be based on again Shastra. Therefore, Rutam Dakshina Pakshaha, we have seen what is Rutam Yatha Shastram, Yatha Shastrartham, Shastroktam. In that we have full faith. That जिसने जो शास्त्र ने कहा वही सत्य है करके भावना. शास्त्र से गुरुवाक्य से सत्य बुद्धिया अवधारणा. यथा शास्त्रम यथा कर्तव्यम बुद्धौ सुपरिनिष्ठितम अर्थम. is called as Rutam. In simple words, that Shraddha should be born out of studying Shastra. Unfortunately, क्या है ना, कोई भी किताब पढ़ो उसके प्रति श्रद्धा होता है, उसमें जो विषय पढ़ा लिखा है. That is the problem with our अंतःकरण. Therefore, should not go and study anything, listen to anybody. इसलिए हमको बच के रखना है. Why our people used to earlier avoid us going anywhere just like that? Because we are not masters of our antakarana or prakriti, and whichever it is exposed to, it gets colored by it. Once it gets colored, it cannot be decolored again. वो पूरा लाइफ सत्यानाश होता है. They were to prevent, prevention is better than cure. They used to stop us from going there. कीचड़ में पाँव क्यों लगाना और धोने का कोशिश क्यों करना? मत लगाओ ना. We never understand it. We never ever understand it. And we just take for granted, we go there and get kicked. Our antakarna is not so matured enough to discard that which is not required. Therefore, we should not expose then that weakness, and slowly it starts gaining importance in us. Once it gains importance, your Shraddha will be towards that. इसलिए उसको उधर जाना ही नहीं. दैट्स व्हाट विषयाविनिवर्तन्ते निराहार से देना आर मनोनाम महाव्याघ्र विशरण्य भूमिषु चरति अत्र न गच्छन्तु साधयो ये मुमुक्षवः तद्वैराग्यम जिहासाय दर्शन श्रवणादिभिः आर दुष्ट अनुश्रविक विषय वितृष्ण से वशीकार संज्ञा वैराग्य. वही ये सारे हमको बता रहे. उधर जाओ तो फंस जाओगे. अब इतना जानो और जाओ मत उधर. When in that private diversion it is said, don't go left, it is danger. Don't go. Why you take risk? Therefore, don't expose to anything other than Shastra, else it will create Shraddha in that wrong things. Once you have got Shraddha, then gone. That's a problem, no? When you send your children to hostels anywhere, which banda will create what sort of Shraddha in that fellow, we don't know. Thereafter, फिर हाथ से फिसल ही जाएगा वो. इसलिए पौधों को, पशुओं को, पुत्र बच्चों को अपने ही निगरानी में रखकर टिल यू आर श्योर दैट दे आर एस्टैब्लिश्ड, उनको छोड़ना नहीं, उनको बड़ा करना. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इट इज. दैट्स व्हाई कृष्ण बलराम can be left anywhere. No, they are left with Yashodananda only. From there, they came to their own parents, Krishna, Devaka Vasudeva. Then they went to Guru. This all teaches us that we should never be away from our parents. If we have to away from parents, only one place, go to the Guru, who is much more wiser than parents. Same way, the parents either should send the children to the true Guru or with themselves they have to keep. If you leave them, anybody can create Shraddha in them of anything. And that Shraddha sometimes may be absolutely opposite to what Shraddha they have to have. Gone. Here also, by all this explanation, we are saying we have to study Shastra with Shraddha. We have to have Shraddha in what is said in Shastra only. That is the meaning of Rutam Dakshinam Akshaha. Yesterday we have explained why is it so? Because Shastra is our well-wisher. Shastra is a Bhukti Mukti Marga Pradata. Shastra is the expression of God only. Shastra is given by the Lord for our own welfare. Shastra is like a manual. Shastra is like a mirror. Looking at that, we have to saturate ourselves. Therefore, Rutam is Yatha Shastram Buddhau Suparnishchitam Artham. हो गया. यथा कर्तव्यम भी ऐड करना चाहिए वहां. So what is understood by the after studying Shastra? Taking that as kartavya. That is called Rutam. That is called as Satya, Dakshina Pakshaha. And this Rutam adds to the Shiraha. Shiraha adds to the Rutam. They go in together. But these two are theory. Unless they are practiced, the result will not come. Therefore, we need the Uttara Pakshaha. Satyam Uttara Pakshaha. Satyam is what is understood of the Shastra and about what we developed faith called as Shira. We are actually practicing. Kaya, Vanya, with mouth and body exactly working accordingly is called as Satyam Uttara Paksha. Then yesterday we saw Most important topic of Yoga Atma. Yoga Yukti Samadhanam. We have seen that. Yoga Atma, Yoga Yukta Samadhanam, Atma Iva Atma, Atmavatahi Yuktasya. Hmm? Hmm? समाधानवतः अंगानि इव श्रद्धादीनि यथार्थ प्रतिपत्ति क्षमानि भवन्ति तस्मात् समाधानं योगः आत्मा विज्ञानमयस्य. So the antakaranaka samasthiti, that's what we said explained yesterday exhaustively, not the vishamasthiti. The samasthiti means balanced sthiti, means unbiased sthiti, means ekagra sthiti. Is called as yoga. That is called as the Atma. Why? Because only when the Antakarana is in the Samasthiti, that it can do all these three. It can have the Shraddha for the Shastra, it can study the Shastra and understand, then the Vyakti can do the implementation of what is Shastra said. If little bit also yoga or sabadhanam is not there, called as unbiasedness is not there, called as tilting is there to anything else, toward that will be the Shraddha. That only we will do. Then we can never reach where we are supposed to reach. That's what he says here. Atmavataha hi yuktasya means samadhanavataha. The one who has got in balance, in unbiasedness, to him angani iva, like the Atma के लिए ये शिरह हाथ पुच्छम इत्यादि अंग है. आत्मा is central portion. So to the आत्मस्थित आत्मस्थान वाला this योग के कारण ही the samadhanam, or what is said here, samadhanam is balance of the mind, unbiasedness karan hi other three are working. Atmavata yuktasya samadhanavata angani iva shraddhadini. They work yatartha pratipatti kshamani bhavanti. Again I am repeating, if my antakarana is biased, let us take an example of the world also. Like with already biased mind, I go to a person thinking that he is bad. Then, after my biasness, preconceived notion is made, I go to him. Will I listen what he says? Will I believe what he says? Will I understand, accept what he says? No. Because basically, I have got a biased opinion about him that he is bad. So, to another biased opinion I have that that person is good. At that time also, whatever he says, will I not practice without ascertaining correct or wrong? And then that leads to bad result because with faith in him you have done it, but he is not correct person. But if we are unbiased, then we take a chance and take a time and inquire first about the person. Is it right or wrong, or true or wrong, genuine or not? Then we discuss with him or ask from him the details and then we do. In the same way, important quality is samadhanam, is unbiasedness of the antakarana. With unbiasedness, pure heart, when you go to the Guru and Shastra, the Guru teaches Shastra, Shastra Jnana enters in it, we get the Nischaya about it, from that the Shraddha comes, then that Shraddha Shira and Rutam, this Shastra Jnana taken as the truth, exactly that only when we practice the Satyam, that will give us the result. That is why I said, Yatha Artha Pratipakti Kshamani Bhavanti. Yatha Arthako Paneka Kshamata. What is Yatha Artham? First Shastra Jnanam as it is. That is called Rutam Dakshina Maksha. Then Shraddha of the Shiraha. Third, the Satyam of the Uttara Paksha. This is called Yatha Artha Pratipatti Kshama. What they are exactly given for, what is to be done by them to get the benefit. Exactly those things will happen, those three. If our Antakarana is the Samadhana Sthiti, Anvayasya Sthiti. That is why the Samadhana, the Anvaya Sthiti, which is termed as yoga, is given the position of Atma. So this इसके ऊपर शिर हाथ वगैरह डिपेंडेंट है. सो टू योग के ऊपर ही श्रद्धा रूपी शिर then Rutam Rupi Dakshina Paksha, Satyam Rupi Uttara Paksha dependent hai. Why? Because this Atma Rupi, Yoga Rupi, Samadhana Rupi, unbiased heart when we have, then only we'll have the Shraddha and we go to the Guru and study the Shastra, and then we understand what is said as Shastra, we take it as Nishchaya, and this again we create Shraddha, then with the Shraddha we do the Satyam, the practice of it. The practice of it gives us the result. Satyam is practice. Rutam is conviction. शिरा is श्रद्धा. श्रद्धा से हम गए, फिर समझे, समझे हुए चीज के ऊपर श्रद्धा है, श्रद्धा से हमने अभ्यास किया, अभ्यास ने हमको फल दिया. Who can do all that? The one who has zero biasness everywhere. That unbiased, untilted state of antakarana is called as the yoga atma. Okay? That biasness can be toward the teacher who is teaching or toward the teachings of the Guru himself. About him. Otherwise, the unbiasedness is because of somebody else also is introduced to us, and comparatively it is said that he is better, he can give that knowledge better than him. That is also biasness. In that level also, we will not go to this doctor or guru, we go to the other one. वहाँ फिर कोई और कोई आके बताएगा, वो भी छोड़कर और कहीं जाते रहते हैं. Therefore, what is the first thing a guru expects from a shishya? No? Unbiased approach. That's called yoga. Yoga is samadhana. The biasness comes because of the doubt of the mind also. The biasness comes because of somebody tells us, a tale carrier. That is why in life in general, particularly in spirituality, one of the important thing is don't allow anybody to pollute, spoil our own mind with doubts, etc. Then we will not. If we allow them, then we can never reach to our Guru or Shastra, spirituality with full fervor and Shraddha. Balance बिगड़ गया वहाँ. We protect, let us pray at this very moment. Hey Guru Parampara, hey Guru Tattva, hey Bhagwan, let we have that yoga or samadhana in us, in which the mind is always balanced and biased, so that when we go to Guru, when we study Shastra from him, not only the knowledge comes to us, not only we have conviction about it, but we also must have the Shraddha. Such an undaunted Shraddha that it makes us do the Satyam, means practice what is given in that understanding. With Shraddha, till we reach the goal. Please bless us in this quality. So in this way, Yoga Atma is said. Yoga is Samadhana, means even-mindedness, means unbiasedness, means untiltedness in our mind or antakarana towards anything because of which we doubt going to the Guru. Even after going there, we stay there with doubt. Even we stay there, we learn with doubt. Our learning also is doubt. Where there is samshayatma is vinashyati. Shraddhavan lavate jnanam. Is it not? Very, very clear it is. What your doctor says, have Shraddha in that, take medicine. If you consult everyone, everybody will give one opinion, then your own main Shraddha in your doctor goes away, then you follow whatever they say, उससे फिर और बिगड़ जाएगा अपना health. So to the health of the mind. Consult the Shastra. Guru, do what they say. Anybody else we consult. No, they tell us something else and they remove our Shraddha in our Guru and Shastra. इसलिए Samadhana is Atma. Okay? From within it should not come. Because of telling from somebody it should not come. Just by seeing the Guru also it should not come. What? The samshaya or the doubt or the biasness. एक साधक का लक्षण होता ही नहीं कभी भी, है ना, टिल्टिंग नहीं होना चाहिए. हो गया. नव तस्मात् समाधानम योग आत्मा विज्ञानमयस्य. नाउ द लास्ट वन इज पुच्छम. Okay, what is that? Maha Pucham Pratishtha. Now it's a very, again, big topic it is. I can't touch it and exhaustively explain to you. Just read out the Bhashyam. Tomorrow we'll conclude this. We enter into the Panchama Anuvaka, which gives us the Rigveda authority to the existence of Vignanamaya Kosha. Then it tells us again about the fifth Anandamaya Kosha. And before explaining the Anandamaya Kosha, why even Anandamaya Kosha is not Brahman, 7, 8 logics or 6, 7 logics are given to us by our Bhashyakara. Very, very important topic. Very important, very important. We are going to see that also. Now, Maha Pucham Pradishta. Maha iti Mahat Tattvam Pratamajam. Mahat I Aksham. Mahat Yaksham Pratamajam Veda iti Shruti Antarat. Pucham Pradishta Karanatvat. कारणम ही कार्याणाम प्रतिष्ठा यथा वृक्ष विरुद्धाम पृथ्वी सर्वबुद्धि विज्ञानाम च महत्तत्वं कारणम तेन तद विज्ञानमय से आत्मना प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति इति पूर्ववत् यथा अन्नमयादीनां ब्राह्मणोक्तानां प्रकाशकः श्लोकाः एवं विज्ञानमय से अभिधि चतुर्थोनुवाकः. These few words we will study tomorrow. सर्वं समस्त ऋषिमुनि देवता चरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमऋषिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, friends. Slowly Bhagavan is giving such intellect to analyze and understand subtle things. May we continue by His grace.